What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back to Iraq. All right, there's some interesting news. We'll get into it there. If you're considering buying gold and silver, and you should, give a consideration to our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. Go right down below in the description of this video and click the link. It'll take you over to Money Metals Exchange. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free half ounce of silver. For those of you who are looking for my address, there it is. And you guys know I have an alternative platform to post videos on besides this one. And I do appreciate the feedback. You guys are showing me what videos that you're interested in, and I'm doing more of those. These are ones that I obviously cannot do here on YouTube without getting punished for them. So I'm grateful for that new platform. Also, you guys know I got Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So feel free to come and join us over there. It is free to do so. What's going on in Iraq? Well, we had 3 drones. Something very interesting about them that caught my attention. I'll share it with you. 3 drones were shot down inside the green zone. One of them by the U.S. missile defense strike. So that's good. I know what that is. So the CRAM. One of these days, I'll show you guys a video of it. It's really nice. It's cool. The CRAM missile defense system managed to shoot down the drone that was flying around the American embassy in the green zone. This isn't good that they're going after the embassy if this is accurate. A security source told the news that the system detected 3 drones, after which they were activated automatically. And one of them was shot down inside the green zone after 3 bursts of the system's cannon. He added that the technical team at the American embassy was able to disable the other 2 marches after controlling their settings and landing them. So this is what's cool and interesting. So people within the embassy were able to hack into the drones, grab control of them, and land them safely. Very, very interesting to know. The CRAM is an American system that is used to defend areas of great importance from bombs, missiles, even mortars, by detonating them in the air using the M61 Vulcan 20mm hex barrel rotary machine gun. Get that all at one time. So it has the capability of firing 4,500 rounds per minute. That's like a wall of lead. And it has an effective range of 3,500 meters. So nice. The U.S. Embassy has been in the crosshairs of repeated missile attacks since the beginning of last year, 2020. So, and of course, Washington thinks that Iran is behind it. This is exactly what Iraq was talking about when Al-Qademi said, hey, look it, you guys settle your differences outside of our country. The parliamentary economy, 2 steps will prevent the theft of about $4 billion annually in Iraq money and business. That's not like chicken scratch. That's a lot of money. So on Monday, a member of the Economy Committee in the House of Representatives implemented at the border crossing. So what they did, revealed 2 steps that they will implement at the border crossing that will ensure that revenues reach the state treasury without being stolen. See, again, under the Al-Qademi's administration during his time, cracking down on doing away with corruption. This is good. That's just $4 billion, man. That's a lot of money going into your economy if you can keep it from being stolen. And it didn't say 4 billion dinars. It said $4 billion. The Economic Committee provided many solutions and treatments for the government in order to control the revenues of the border crossing, noting that the percentage of lost revenues that goes to the pockets of corrupt is estimated annually at more than $4 billion. She added amongst those proposals is the automation of the outlets through the unified electronic system, as well as working to change the mechanisms used by the authorities because it facilitates the work of the work of the corrupt and continues to steal public money. So that's one of the things that they did before. When the border crossing was at the docks, the ports, they had updated the system in there because the system was so outdated that it was easy for them to do corruption because the system was just old. So complete control of the border crossing will ensure the arrival of more than $7 billion annually to the state treasury. Yeah, that's a nice chunk of money that they can definitely use to really start building the private sector. The Central Bank of Iraq and Visa collaborate to provide digital payment solutions amongst consumers. So the verbiage that they use in here, I don't like it as usual because it goes right into the Great Reset. Visa, the leading global digital payment company, announced its cooperation with the central banks of Iraq to raise awareness and provide digital payments amongst consumers. Here's where it gets very interesting, their choice of words. This is considered a major effort to help Iraq society understand the nature of the global economy based on digital payments. What? To understand the nature of the global economy. How does using Visa to get your money help you to understand the global economy based on digital payments? Yeah. And to address common concerns and misconceptions amongst consumers about the benefits of digital payments compared to paying with cash. No, there is no pay. The benefits do not outweigh them controlling all your money. The government I'm talking about. The marketing campaign organized by Visa and the Central Bank of Iraq came under digital payments. We are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? That's their slogan. The aim is to encourage people to compare paying with cash, including safety, security, convenience, better spending tracking, as well as global acceptance of digital payments at more than 7 million merchant stores. Well, here's the major difference. You see, when I have cash in my pocket, the government can go F themselves. They can't tell me what I can and can't buy. And if they get pissed at me, they can't shut off my money to punish me because I have the cash in my pocket. That's what's going to happen when we go 100% digital. So as you can see, the central banks around the world are pushing everybody into digital currency. That's not what we want. But nonetheless, it's going to help the economy for now over in Iraq. Parliamentary Finance reveals the allocation of 5% of its oil surplus to the petrodollar fund. This is good because it helps modernize a lot of the facilities that are really outdated. The Parliamentary Finance Committee revealed on Monday the allocation of 5% of its surplus, specifically in the budget law, to the petrodollar project. Committee members told the news the price of oil calculated at the general budget law of $45 per barrel, but now the price has reached 70. It's over 70. So 5% of the price difference has been allocated to the petrodollar fund project. This is good. The petrodollar fund is dedicated to the oil producing governance, and the remaining differences of the price specified in the budget will go to paying the fiscal deficit for 2021. Now that they have met that deficit, they have even more of a surplus, as long as the oil doesn't drop below $45. The availability of financial liquidity will make us go to the supplementary budget to complete the dues allocated to the ministries and the governance according to the physical. So there was a lot of updates that were needed at these oil refineries. I remember them talking about it. They were talking about borrowing money. Yeah, we don't want them to borrow, man. The less they have to borrow, the better off Iraq is, really. The U.S. ambassador discussed with Al-Kadhimi's visit to Washington. So they're planning the visit of Al-Kadhimi to Washington. So the National Security Advisor received the U.S. Ambassador, Matthew Toller. They discussed the U.S. Ambassador, the latest political security developments, basically making sure that they got everything in order for Al-Kadhimi to visit there without any issues whatsoever, security in the whole 9 yards. Here's the other one. OPEC meets again amid disagreement over the production quotas. So basically, if they can lower the amount of oil that they sell, that dries up the cost. Think supply and demand. That's how they keep it at where it is. But then if your country needs money, you're like, yeah, you just want to keep producing oil because you get more money. So it's really hard to keep quotas. The 23 oil exporting countries in OPEC alliance met today to find a way out after Friday's failure to reach an agreement to determine production quotas. And they want this to start in August. This would be good if they can lower it and then drive up the cost of oil. Not good for us who drive a car. But what I'm saying is, in Iraq, I think it's going to go closer to $100. And that's going to benefit them in a major way the last quarter of the year. Talks between OPEC countries and their allies outside the cartel will resume a day after the UAE rejected a plan being negotiated as unfair in its escalation of the dispute that could hinder the recovery of the crude market after the Rona. So basically what they want to do is bring down the amount of oil that's being produced. It says to some extent the strategy has been successful and oil prices rebounded to about $75 a barrel. So North Sea and West Texas intermediates an increase of 50% since the beginning of the year, a level similar to what prices were in October 2018. So they'll come together, but again, if you're relying as much as Iraq does on oil sales in order to pay for your budget, you don't want to reduce the amount of oil you're producing because everything is kicking butt. But it does drive up the cost, so it should make up for the lack of production you have. Anyways, that's it for now. Just staying pretty stable. We like it. Let's keep it that way. Nothing major. You know, we'll take calm. Anyways, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.